Hey guys, Rodney McClure here with GaskettProTools.com. We've got another one of our precision pressure tanks here. This is a platinum series for all intents and purposes, but we were commissioned by Mark Beauregard to do this in express window films style. So anyway, what we have here is a precision pressure tank, brand new core, brass nozzle, complete swivel, 100 mesh filter or screen inside. Even the tip on it is 80-degree fan spray, flat fan spray tip, and all the colors are coordinated with the blue, white, and black that their logo was done in. This thing also has the industrial heavy-duty stainless steel ball lock connectors, stainless steel gauge, stainless steel Schrader valve, and on the liquid side out, also a stainless steel heavy duty ball lock connector, stainless steel barbed elbow. We opted to use a fuel injection clamp on this thing instead of crimping it. We can have them crimped, but the problem with that is if you're on a job site and something happens to your hose, it gets nicked. Well, without the crimping tool or without an extra clamp there with you, or nothing more basic than a dime to tighten it up with, and your offal you have in your hand, you're stuck. With this setup, you can cut the hose off, slide it up, put the clamp back on it, and keep going. You're not down for the day. That's just one of the things we have on this thing that's makes it unique, and it has a field serviceability. But what I'm attempting to show you at this point is something we have unique. There's no dial of pressure. There's no regulator to hook to it. None of this stuff. We just simply take the Schrader cap off. And I don't know if you can really see the gauge this close or not. We're at about 59 PSI. We have this thing set so when it reaches 90 PSI, the pop-off valve, we change the spring and regulate it. At 90 PSI, the pop-off valve releases the pressure down until it gets back to 80 PSI. And when it reaches 80 PSI, what you have is exactly enough pressure on 4 gallons of water to deplete the whole amount of water or solution in the tank. And I think I'm going to attempt to show that. I'll have to fast forward in the video because I'm not really sure how long it's going to take to do that, because I've never tried to deplete 5 gallons of a mixture. But I think, oh, and this is the spray pattern on this blue tip. It's just a fine mist, but it puts out enough water to do what you need to do. It works good for flat glass and automotive. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip off, and we'll take it off and take the strainer out, and I'm going to see how long it takes to deplete the amount, and see if there's enough air pressure in there to deplete the whole 4 gallons. Alright, let's put it back together. And like I say, what I'm attempting to do is to show that with 80 PSI preset, that you can deplete the whole tank and get all the solution out. You still got great pressure. I attribute a lot of this to the 1/4-inch hose versus the big 3/8 hose, which takes up more volume and you lose pressure on. Also, we're running 25-foot hose versus the 50 or the 20-foot hose that a lot of people run. But and you can see the pressure. It's still, we're down to 30 now. A lot of the questions I get asked is, how many times do I have to fill it up or charge it with air between the tank's capacity? And that's really what I'm attempting to show you right now. Instead of answering the question, I'm just going to show you. We're down to 20 PSI. And that's another fact on these tanks. They're so efficient. At 20 PSI, you really can't tell much difference between the spray pattern at 80 PSI. I'm a drag racer, street racer, hot rodder at heart. That's one of the reasons for the gauge. I just like it because it's cool. White face gauge, everything stainless steel. You can get basically this same tank with the standard plastic connectors, but we do use the high-end name brand, not the copies. So we still don't skimp on the hose or the nozzle. You can either get the plastic T-Jet, which is great for tinning, or paint protection film, or the brass one. You can get it with or without the gauge. There's several different options. There's a couple more checkout options I'm going to show you guys when I take this lid off. And these are, I have kept, I'm going to say top secret like it's some big deal. It's a big deal to me because, you know, I'm just trying to build a better mousetrap, I guess. And the thing about that is there's going to be people who say just the standard run-of-the-mill tank's going to work, do the same thing. Hey, we've got those too, and at the best price of any company out there. But let's face it, evolution of the tank, evolution of the vehicle, evolution of anything. Just think the computers. If we'd stayed with the first Macintosh they made, where would we be? Look where Apple's at now. We've got iPhones with more technology than the world's, you know, first supercomputer had. You don't see NASCAR out there racing A models. What if we never switched from a bias ply tire to a radial tire? You know, we also offer the cone tip for this thing too. I guess what I'm trying to say is you know, it's personal preference, what you want, what you buy, how and where you spend your money. But I'm a window tinner of 34 years, and you know, I put what I've learned in the industry on my own back into what I'm building now for you guys. And it's the only thing I'm asking in return is to, you know, consider my product and look at it and weigh the options out, and if it works for you, I'm glad to help you. If you don't buy a product from me, I'm glad to help you. We have parts on the website to work on any tank you got, repair any tank you got, and I'm glad to give you free advice and walk you through building your own tank. But we're down to about 8 or 10 pounds now, and we still got a great pattern. I'm gonna go ahead and let the pressure off. I've let the pressure off. Now, here's something I'm gonna show you guys. I won't say it's top secret like I'm some kind of agent or anything. I'm not. I just I'm sort of proud of what we got going on here, and glad to help out. The gauge doesn't interfere with the top meter. Now this right here, we call it the back tube. What it does, any inert stuff that's in the water, contaminants or whatever, this copper it's like an absorber. Anything that's in the water will stick to this before it will stick to stainless steel. So anything that's in there that builds up or whatever is going to collect on this. It keeps that stuff out of your water, keeps your water cleaner longer. And our 80 PSI setup valve is where we researched and found the right spring to go in the pop-off valve. So at 80 PSI, it stops, you're good to go. So there's no need of all this other tuning and all that stuff with a knob or a dial. I've had several different styles and setups, but that is one way to change everything around. Another thing we got going on is this right here. Sorry for shaking the camera, guys. I'm gonna take this over here. We're gonna look down in this thing. We've about got all the water out. And if you see down there in the bottom of this thing, I'm not gonna elaborate a whole lot on that, but that little knot down there in the bottom of this tank that's connected to the end of the tube, that, fellas, is a 75 micron filter. Pretty cool tank, pretty cool setup. Just another tinner trying to work hard to provide you to other tinners with something that's dependable and works, all while looking good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day.